Nemesia's Ship by Anne McCaffrey, a great science fiction story. Without a Word by Carol Benjamin, a private investigator. All right, today we have two books to discuss. Nemesia's Ship by Anne McCaffrey and Without a Word by Carol Lee Benjamin. Now, we've all heard of Anne McCaffrey, have we not? Science fiction writer, a little bit of fantasy. Well, today's subject is family. And in here we have a grandmother, a mother, daughter, and then, of course, the daughter has her daughter. But it's an alien civilization. So you also have that to deal with. And what happens when a humanoid vegan meets a totally new alien species that they didn't know existed before? Another space-going, adventuring sort of place. This one is set in the future. A post-development society, of course. Intrigue, attempted murder, all that good stuff. Lawsuits, space exploration, technophiles with wormholes, and all the rest of this. It's an excellent story, perhaps a bit facile. But it is a gripping and enjoyable tale nonetheless. Mainly because the characters are entirely believable. We've all suspected hidden depths within certain women. Also, let me point out that even though there are disagreements between each of the generations within this one family, the family nonetheless binds. So, that's a functional family. Even though certain relatives, well, we all know how that works, don't we? This next one is more of what happens when it doesn't work. The relationship between mother and daughter isn't always easy. But it doesn't have to be as ridiculous as this. They hire a private investigator to find a woman who went out to walk the dog and was never seen again. However, she left behind a daughter. Now, her daughter has developed a tic. She has a chronic tic disorder. And this is causing her to see a specialist. However, during her last appointment with the specialist, for some reason, the receptionist nurse comes back, finds him dead. They find a half-finished drawing on the desk that the girl had done because she doesn't speak, and she hasn't spoken, not a word, to anyone once her mother left. And the private investigator had also had her mother walk out on the family for an entire week. But in this case, it's been 5 years since Mama was last seen. So now we have the daughter, who is now 12 and mute for quite a few years, trying to deal with being the subject of a murder. Her husband, who's devastated, trying to raise a daughter by himself, not being particularly wealthy, can't hire much in the way of help. And really, So we end up with 2 people dead in this case, and a few broken hearts of the unromantic kind. Dead hearts. The kind of hearts that can abandon those who love them because they felt suffocated. Your love suffocated me. The fact that you needed me suffocated me. But how many people can really get behind someone who could leave a child alone at the side of a lonely, empty road and never come back? This book does not have a happy ending. It has a better ending than one might expect. But it's not the true happy ending. And it's certainly not the same sort of ending as you find in Nishima's ship. Nishimas. No. It just goes to show that there's doesn't matter if it's a detective story or a science fiction story. Family can, as a topic, add quite a driving force to a book, to a story. So when you're reading your next novel or your next sci-fi or your next murder mystery, think about the family and the central characters and how the sins of the father or the mother pass on to this next generation. Because if mama has a broken heart, if mama has a dead heart, what will happen to the daughters and their children thereafter? Well, I hope to have a happy video next time. Thank you for watching, and please come again.